ladies and gentlemen.
This is the BBC 9 o'clock news with
Timu Daniela
and Alexandros Papadomonas.
We are honored to have with us tonight two of the head members of the Party of European Socialists.
Good evening, Mr. Gabriel. Good evening, Mr. Pavel. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Mr. Gabriel, everybody has been wondering about the issue of migration that seems to be a burden to many minds.
Good evening, everyone. One of the European Socialist Party's vision on the future represents managing migration effectively. Global migration is a result of human and economic exchange. It can become a stimulus and a support for growth, but the changes which trigger in host societies can also become a disruptive factor and put social cohesion at risk. PES will address the issue of migration and asylum, seeking based on our values of fairness, democracy, human rights and solidarity. Our concrete objectives are to achieve fair and responsible legal migration based on the follow-up of the Stockholm Programme and Migration Pact. We will fight illegal migration and human traffic as well as...
Thank you. Mr. Pavel, the financial crisis has caused suffering for many people. First it was America, Iceland and now Greece. It seems to be spreading like a plague.
Mr. Pavel, what would you propose as possible solutions?
Bonsoir. So, I'm going to talk to you, as you said, about the financial crisis, which wasn't just a simple downturn. It was a systemic crisis triggered by years and years of deregulated economy, which was a neoliberal doctrine. So, as a result, we have seen markets and productions have collapsed. And this climate of uncertainty meant that banks didn't give loans anymore, which crippled the economy and triggered some great social catastrophe. Repercussion was directly on the people, as huge job losses, were recorded. So, now, what can we do? Even as we face a moral problem, because those who were responsible for this crisis kept being given money. The banks, for example, with the huge bailouts, the traders with huge bonuses. But what about the people? So, what we need to do is to implement fairer social policies.
Thank you, Mr. Pavel. They are informing us right now that our correspondent, Mark Lawrence, is right outside the European Parliament.
Good evening, Mark. What is the situation at the Parliament?
Good evening, Alex. We are here in front of the EU Parliament in Brussels, and Mr. Trent is about to arrive. We would have a few questions for him. Hello, Mr. Trent. We have a few questions for you about your security and immigration policies for the PES.
Yes, well, that's a good question, sir. We live in a global world which demands global answers, and what the PES is trying to do is to secure progress to people all around the world. Our concrete objectives are to fight for progressive European external agenda, promoting peace and tackling global security. Challenges that are promoting a new global governance and democratic institutions. We also would like to promote fair trade, sustainable economic relations, international policies that are against poverty. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark.
News 9 now starting on BBC, but from all of us on the 9 o'clock team, good night.
Good night.